Good morning, everyone. It is 8 o'clock on your Sunday morning. Thanks so much for starting your day with WJCL 22 Morning News. I'm Emma Hamilton. Chris Tatum has the morning off. Let's get a look at that certified most accurate forecast this morning with our meteorologist, Melissa Hall. Hey, Melissa. We're following some breaking news this morning. 2 people are injured after a shooting in a restaurant in Hinesville. Hinesville police say they arrived at Gata's Sports Bar and Grill at around 11:30 last night and found one person shot in the stomach and the other person shot in the leg. Their conditions are unknown this morning. Officers say they arrested one suspect. A Chatham County grand jury is indicting one of the former Savannah police officers fired for using excessive force, meaning he will have a trial for criminal charges. The grand jury indicted former Sergeant Octavio Arango on charges of false imprisonment and simple battery because of an arrest in April. The other officer involved, former Corporal Daniel Kang, was not indicted on any criminal charges. In August, both officers were fired after an investigation into the arrest of Daryl Fatelli at a Savannah apartment complex. That incident happened in April, and Fatelli was not the person officers were actually looking for. Police Chief Roy Minter says the officers violated multiple department policies during the arrest. If convicted on both charges, Arango could face jail time. A Savannah man is pleading guilty to murdering the wife of a Fort Stewart soldier. Stephon Davis admitted in federal court to killing Bree Boykin outside of her home in July of 2018. Davis admitted to knowing Boykin from their childhood. Her husband, Sergeant Sean Boykin, was deployed in South Korea at the time of her murder. In your coronavirus news this morning, the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control reports more than 132,000 cases with almost 3,000 virus-related deaths. In Beaufort County, the total now stands at about 5,300 cases and 75 deaths. The Georgia Department of Health confirms more than 300,000 cases of COVID-19 in the Peach State. Nearly 2,000 of those cases confirmed in the last 24 hours. Georgia has seen more than 6,400 coronavirus-related deaths. Here locally in Chatham County, we have had nearly 8,000 cases and 141 deaths. Well, leaders in the medical community are coming to the CDC director's defense after the president said Dr. Robert Redfield was confused about a vaccine timeline. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the latest from Washington. Well, the pandemic has put a strain on the tourism industry, but tourism leaders say Savannah is actually making a comeback. Explore Georgia, a website created by the Georgia Department of Economic Development, says there's a lot of data showing things are slowly starting to trend in the right direction. For instance, a recent survey listed Savannah as the 6th best city for tourism bounce back. It places ahead of cities like Jacksonville and Memphis. Plus, there's a lot more people searching how to vacation in Georgia. Now, despite these positive signs, tourism leaders say the industry isn't where it once was. This weekend, the YMCA of Beaufort County is hosting its 14th annual swim and 5K race, all for a good cause. Our Daniel Robinson is joining us live with more on how this could impact your weekend travel plans. Hey, Daniel. Daniel, thank you so much. The National Weather Service will be in Effingham County this morning to see if a tornado was the cause of damage in Guyton and Rincon. The winds Wednesday night were strong enough to knock down several trees and damage the roofs of many homes. The storm's path of destruction was short but powerful, as only about a half-a-mile long stretch saw heavy damage. People there say the storm caught them by surprise. Well, in your coronavirus news this morning, the Savannah-Chatham County School District plans to begin allowing in-person classes in the beginning of October. Under the plan, teachers can return to school September 28th, and some students will be returning October 5th. Everyone who participates in in-person learning will have to follow the district's COVID-19 guidelines. The superintendent says they can't ensure an outbreak won't happen. Wednesdays will be used as cleaning days for the district, and bus transportation will not be a guarantee for all students. Officials say teachers who choose face-to-face instruction will be given personal protective equipment. Over in Beaufort County, the school district there also plans to bring students back to campus on October 5th. The superintendent says risk factors for COVID-19 have dropped greatly in South Carolina in the past few weeks, so the district is allowing a hybrid model of learning. The district says traditional 5 days a week schooling will be considered in the future if conditions improve. The ACLU of Georgia is asking the Georgia Attorney General to update the public on its investigation into the handling of Ahmaud Arbery's case. Ahmaud Arbery was killed in February near Brunswick. The men charged with his murder are awaiting trial right now, but they were not arrested until more than 2 months after his death. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is looking into how the Glenn County Police Department handled this case and the possibility of misconduct by the Brunswick and Waycross district attorneys. This investigation started in May, and now the ACLU is requesting new information. Well, the Bullitt County School District will start following new rules for COVID-19 self-quarantine. The rule states students and staff at Bullitt County schools will not have to quarantine when directly exposed to COVID-19 if they were wearing a mask at the time. The rule was approved Thursday night and goes into effect immediately. Anyone who is currently quarantined can return to school as long as they are asymptomatic. The school district says since the beginning of the school year, 98 students and staff have tested positive for COVID-19. Meanwhile, Chatham County leaders are considering extending the area's mask mandate. Dr. Lawton Davis of the Coastal Health District says the county's 7-day rolling average is trending down over the past 2 weeks. However, county leaders are concerned about a possible surge in cases over the holidays.